first of all, I'm very glad to meet you. Uh, have you seen the first movie on how, or how did you prepare your role?
Yes, I saw the first movie when I was a teenager, and I was scarred for life, like most people are. I remember everything about it, and it was terrifying. And so when a script came to me for a TV pilot called The Exorcist, I was like, oh my God, this is so exciting. I hope it's good. And I loved it, and I wanted to be a part of it. I wanted to be that character and have to go through those experiences.
No, what about you?
I was a little cynical when I first got the email about the audition. I was like, I don't know, this is a fine line. Like, this has to be done a certain way to pull it off.
Right.
And then I opened up the audition sites, and after reading them, I was like, and they did it. This is the way to go. So then I knew it was special and different.
Did you have any pressure on you? You felt any pressure going into this, knowing the history of The Exorcist?
Well, I think the pressure was more on Jeremy.
It's true. I feel the same way.
Right, to create. If you're going to go there,
Yeah.
it better be good. Basically, I think is the idea, and we thought that he really pulled it off,
Yes.
and because it's very respectful of the movie, and clearly the movie events took place in this world that we're creating, but it's 40 years later, whatever.
It's a new chapter.
It's a new
family.
Something's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't camp.
Now, what's interesting is with her character, Geena, I get the impression, maybe I'm barking up the wrong tree, but she might be a little bit of a sensitive to this type of thing. Is that something we're going to find out? Do you think that's possible?
I mean, I am the first one to hear things in the walls, and I think she's probably very religious, a strong Catholic, and just goes there. I think before, well, certainly.
Well, and I
way
think
before
mothers
there.
are very in tune with their daughters, and given what my character was going through,
Right.
and it was a struggle in our relationship. I think we were butting heads a little bit, so I think she could feel that something was off.
Right.
Yeah, but you were kind of like the red herring.
Yeah, right.
character.
Exactly. I was exactly the red herring.
I know.
It's like you threw us all off.
I had an intuition, but I was wrong. Basically, yeah.
So there is that one moment, I think it's the pilot, where the husband does say something to Father Tomas.
Yes.
And there feels like there might be a bit more of that. Could you possibly tease what we can expect with the relationship with the father and the family?
Oh, so the father, right? He has traumatic brain injury. I know it appears like it might be Alzheimer's or something in the pilot, but so he goes in and out of periods of like being really there for us.
Yeah.
And in that
Starts to
moment,
fade.
yeah, and in that moment, he's susceptible to whatever spirits are in the house, using him, which is really creepy. That he can talk through
Yeah.
other.
He's sensitive too, because he was also able to pick up on it. I think our whole family.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good.
And what appealed to you most about portraying these characters?
For me, it's rare to find, I think, such opinionated, strong female characters on TV, and then let alone to have 3 in one script. Yeah, it's just something you're dying to be a part of. That doesn't come by very often, unfortunately. But our characters they're real and honest. It's not, you're just sort of able to step in, just step into the world.
Right. Yeah, me too. I just I loved how complicated her life was. So many burdens she's carrying. A very high-powered job, and one daughter in a horrific accident, a husband with brain injury, and then now I need demons on top of it. So I knew, I just knew that there was going to be a lot of really heavy stuff that I would get to do. I love characters who are very challenged. They have a lot to overcome.
The odds are stacked against all of us. Yeah.
So Kat's friend Julie is dead. Any idea what's going to happen now?
for Kat and her poor friend. I think what that really does for Kat, it definitely sends, Kat is the least religious in the family and the most cynical, so I think it sort of sends her, when we meet her, into this downward spiral. But then once we discover that her sister is now possessed and clearly dealing with these demons, it's time for Kat to step it up and realize that her family's more important. And there's something just far more important to be dealing with right now, and how to be there for each other.
Describe that scene that was filmed right before the accident.
So you guys have seen 3?
I've seen all 3.
I've seen 3.
You yeah, okay, yeah.
That was a great scene, and the way it was lit and everything.
Our DP is this guy, Alex Dissenhoff, who is a genius.
Yeah.
He's so young and so talented, and we're really lucky to have him. He did the pilot and wasn't planning on coming back. But then,
What?
Yeah, that was never part of the plan.
Oh, no.
And then I think it was just, he received so much love. We were like, Alex, you have to, like, you shaped so much of this, and we're really lucky to have him on board. But he did this cool thing where we're shooting in the car, we're on a rig, so it's like we're on a trailer basically, so I wasn't really driving, and they have the camera right on the windshield. But they did this cool, he put a mirror in front of the lens so it started to reflect the city lights behind us, so that's why the light is kind of dancing around the whole time. It kind of gives it this ethereal feel, which was really fun.
And I love your scenes with Father Tomas. When you first go to see him, and then when he comes to visit you.
Yeah.
Really good stuff. There's such an interesting dynamic between the two of them.
Right. No,
Talk about that aspect of her.
Yeah, I think it's implied that we're going to that church because it was part of my husband's Henry's childhood and past. It's not really in our neighborhood anymore, but it feels familiar to him. But yeah, I start to form a bond with the very charismatic young priest that's there. And, parentheses, hot.
Yeah.
And,
it's not lost on any of us.
Yeah. Oh man. It's. I think it's important that there's somebody that believes what I think I'm feeling, that takes it seriously and from the beginning. There's some sidetracking that happens in 4. I'll give you a little preview where the medical industry gets involved because some people are convinced that it must be a medical problem.
I'm one of them.
Yes,
That's me. That's what Kat is all about. It. Kat thinks that that's the right move.
And then in 5, just so you know, that's the episode to watch. It's gonna blow your mind. There's a twist that you really would be shocked at that happens in 5, and that's on the 21st of October.
We know that some weird and strange things happened while the first movie
That's right.
shooting.
Yeah.
Any weird
We still have a few more weeks to go.
We do.
Yeah, we're
Because
not
the
done
show
yet.
is about to begin in Turkey in this month.
Oh, it is.
Yes.
Okay.
Exciting.
So far the only thing strange is us. We're all
Yeah, they're weirdos.
I don't know
Just
how
a bunch of weirdos.
all of us, the actors, are weird. We're all going, wow, you're actually really weird too.
Yeah.
And it's fun for us. We have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm so sorry. That's all the time we
Thank
have.
you so much.
Thank you.